Neil, what pleased you most about last night?
The performance, the overall performance, the control we had for long periods of the game against, one of the top teams in France away from home. There's a maturity about the performance and the quality as well. My only tinge of disappointment is that we didn't win the game because the performance thoroughly merited at least a point.
Celtic Park is of course a bit of a fortress when it comes to European nights, but how important is it to pick up points?
It's vital, and something that with the experience that we've got now, the players are adapting to. And I didn't want them to play well and lose, so they showed great sort of desire to get back into the game. And at stages in the game we looked like we were going to go on to win it. I never felt we were under any concerted amounts of pressure in the game, and we dealt with most of Rennes' good play very well, but our play in general was of very high quality, and it augurs well. But it's just one performance. We know the group's wide open, and obviously we look forward now to a home game where we have to try and take maximum points on that.
Would you have taken a draw before the game?
Oh yeah, I mean this is a team that beat PSG a few weeks ago comfortably, and created a lot more chances against them than they did us. So yeah, I mean it's a good result and a good fill-up for the players, and a belief there now that they can go on and make strides in the group hopefully.
How's Bolingoli?
It's not too serious. Hopefully he'll be a major doubt obviously for the weekend, and maybe Partick Thistle. It's a slight groin strain, and he just felt it progressively getting worse. And obviously he didn't want to, for it to deteriorate and be out for a concerted period of time. So hopefully he'll only miss maybe 1 or 2 games of that.
Is Greg Taylor ready to go? Did he step in this weekend?
Are you picking my team for me again? Yeah. You love that, you lot, don't you? Greg is in contention, so he'll be ready to play when called upon.
You mentioned the maturity there. Thinking of someone like Ryan Christie from where he was to where he is now, are you surprised with the speed at which he's producing at the highest level?
Surprised maybe, but delighted. I think he's been fantastic this season, and again, showed great fortitude to go up, take the penalty, took it brilliantly, and as the game went on he got better and better. He's been superb for me in all the games so far, and he's become a real vital player for us, and the style that we want to play in, and obviously the creativity side of things as well. His energy and fitness levels are fantastic, and it's infectious for the rest of the players. So he has turned into a very important player for Celtic currently.
You talked about it last night in terms of comparisons to the squads last time and to this time round, and the strength and depth that you have. Do you think this squad, when they're playing away from home in Europe, they're streetwise, they're smart, they're savvy?
I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, I mean there was a what's the word I'm looking for? I wouldn't say ease, but they looked comfortable in that environment, and there was no panic about us, even with being a goal down, and a good reaction. And that's what I'm getting from this team a lot. In moments of adversity, they find something more, and there's a good belief about them that they could have got something from the game, and that's very, very pleasing. But what pleased me more than anything was the control we had of the game, and the 2 guys in midfield give us a great platform. McGregor and Brown, as a partnership last night, I thought they were absolutely outstanding.
But how much of that comes from what you and the coaching staff are telling them? Because previously might have gone away to PSG, attack, but
I don't want to. It's not down to me; it's down to the players. We can give them instructions, whether they take that on board or not's another thing, and then they have to go out and do it. And there is experience there. Even the likes of El Hamed and Bolingoli have played Europa League before. Fraser's obviously got great experience. Bauer's got the experience as well when called upon. And then we got the core boys of your Browns, your Christies, your McGregors, your Forests. So there's a good balance of experience and quality in there. And like I say, it's a good start, but we need to capitalise and build on that now as we go forward. It's very exciting. I think the players are buying into it. I think the fans are enjoying what they're seeing at the minute, but we're only in September.
one of the reasons you look resilient, I feel, is because you have players in every department who take responsibility.
Yeah, we want them to be brave on the ball. You know, we want them to express themselves in the right way. You know, not be passive, look for the penetration. I didn't think we created umpteen chances, but we had good chances in the game. You know, Mo was unlucky with the cross from Bolly first half, and that would have given us a really good start, and that sort of spooked Ren a little bit, I felt. The goal they got, you know, really came from nothing really, but like I say, our reaction was superb. And I'll touch on Ayer as well. You know, it's probably one mistake he's made in about 500 games under me. You know, he's been absolutely outstanding, and again went on to play a really great game, despite, you know, maybe being disappointed with his contribution in that moment.
When you talk about bravery on the ball and a bit more experience than your first time at the club, just I want to Ryan Christie for a moment. Does he kind of have that kind of confidence that's kind of been lacking in Scottish players since your time here? Because for a long time we talked about players maybe shirking away from responsibility.
I don't want to downgrade the Scottish players, you know, but I think Ryan's in a good place at the minute. I think he's willing to take on that responsibility, as is Forrest, as Forrest always has been. You know, Edward, he can really play as well. Elianusi, you know, Mikey Johnson when he's playing. The front four, when they get the opportunity, we want them to express themselves. We want them to, and even at times in adversity, you have to be big enough to say, give me the ball and I'll take the sting out of things, or I'll try and make something happen. And that's the personality we want from the players.
Lee Griffiths missed the game due to injuries, and an update on his situation?
Well, we're hoping he'd be okay for the weekend. It was a dead leg. He had it scanned. I haven't got the results myself yet of the scan, but it's nothing serious or too prolonged.
You know, the results in the two matches in the group last night changed your view in terms of the possibility of getting out of the group?
No, because I think the four teams are capable of getting out of the group. I said that, you know, prior to the game. I think the group's wide open, and the fact that Cluj beat Lazio didn't surprise me. So I said before the game that I think all teams will take points off each other, you know, and hopefully we're one of the two that are more or less the last men standing as we go along. I think our home form is going to be important, and we do want to turn this place again into an intimidating place, and obviously the fans can play their part in that, and you know, hopefully the players will feed off of that.
And obviously it's just concerns of Celtic first, but in terms of the Scottish coefficient to get to where we once were.
Look, it's all good, Raman. You know, the more success both the clubs get in Europe, the better it'll be. Might have less qualifying games to play in the future as well, which is always an added bonus. But it's good. You know, we want to maintain that standard, and obviously from our own point of view, we want to try and endeavour to go as far as we can in the competition.
Neil, look ahead to Kilmarnock. What have you made of Angelo Alessio's start to
Well, it was a difficult start for him, and obviously he's trying to get his own sort of techniques or ideas or practices across to the players, but now you can see that they're starting to take shape, and they've had a couple of great results of late, and I think that takes a bit of character, you know, from the coach to show that. And I haven't seen too much obviously of Kilmarnock. Obviously Greg's here and he can give me a full rundown tomorrow of what they expect, but they've had a fantastic couple of seasons, you know, and I'm sure Angelo will be looking to, you know, maintain that. We'll always have difficult games against Kilmarnock, whether it be home and away, and I expect Sunday to be no different, really.
I was going to say, he's almost in a similar situation to yourself. He's pick up a squad that he has to continue running rather than start again, or pick up a team that are out for him. He has to just keep going as things are, hasn't he?
I don't know how he will approach it. You know, certainly from my own standpoint, when I took over from Brendan, it was a case of just maintaining that. You know, maybe Angelo eventually will want to put his own stamp on things, or maybe he already has. I don't know. You need to ask him that. But you know, both of us had tough acts to follow. You know, Steve did miracles at Kilmarnock, and I'm sure the Kilmarnock public aren't expecting the same from Angelo, but you know, hopefully get that consistency of performance which they're now beginning to show.
You compared your team to Juventus yesterday. How does that feel?
Did he?
So it's Celtic Juventus of Scotland.
Oh, we are?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Oh, right, okay. Well, that's a very nice compliment coming from him, and you know, he's got great experience working with Antonio Conte, and I learned a lot from my experiences you know, playing against Juventus, and that 3-5-2 side, and a great style of play. And then he obviously had good success at Chelsea with him as well. So he's decided to come out on his own, and I wish him well, but obviously not for Sunday.
Do you think that's a bold decision from both parties, Neil, in terms of that type of appointment? Someone that's worked as a number 2 to someone like Conte and never been in the Scottish game, so to speak, or the British game?
Yeah, but it's you know, Billy Bow's quite a shrewd guy. He's done great things there. Obviously, I think getting Steve up here was a coup, and this could be another one for them. Only time will tell. But he's obviously got great experience, great coaching experience of the game, and you're looking forward to locking horns with him on Sunday. Okay, guys?
Thanks.